everybody and God bless. So I just want to talk about something that happened to me maybe a day or two ago. And what happened was I stayed up the whole night and I kept my daughter up as well. I don't even know what I was doing. I was just up, and it was probably like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and I was like so tired. My daughter was tired. She was fussing, but I was keeping us up for some reason. I don't know why I did that. But finally, I was like, let's go to bed, you know, whatever, all that stuff. And then around 6 o'clock, I'm a very light sleeper, very, very light sleeper. And my mom on the complete other side of the house made a sound with the dishes, one little tiny sound, and it woke me up. And I was like, I was so upset for a second, and I was just like, no. And so I think I texted her and I was like, go to sleep. And I looked at the time when I texted her, it was like 6 something. And so then I went back to sleep, and then she was worshiping and praising. And you know, when you worship and praise, you get into the spirit. So she just like bursted out real quick, and it woke me up completely. And my daughter, she was sleeping with me, and she woke up. And you know, normally when she wakes up and she sits all the way up when she's up. But this time she woke up and she was just staring like, what's going on? It was so funny because she was just staring, just looking around like, what's going on? Like, you can tell something woke her up. And I was laying there and I was upset because it literally gave me a headache, and I was so upset. And then at the same time I was like, I shouldn't be upset because, you know, it's my fault. But at the same time, it's 6 o'clock. And so then my mom walked into my room and she said, clear as day, she said, I've been up since 4 o'clock and I've been trying to be quiet this entire time. It's 9 o'clock now, so it's on you, pretty much. So I think she said I need to get up, or like it's just pretty much now it's me. I got to deal with it. But like, she's done her part. Like, she's been out there being quiet. And it's 9 o'clock. And so I checked the time. I'm like, it is 9 o'clock, because I can't remember if I checked the time before or after she said that to me, but I didn't realize it was 9 o'clock. Like, you can look at something till you're blue in the face until you realize it, and that's when you realize it, right? So, because I had to look at my phone to stop my daughter's timer, because I have a timer on her when she goes to sleep and stuff, and I was like, no, this girl's wide awake. I need to stop her timer. So I think I just stopped her timer and didn't really fully realize that it was a 9. And I was like, oh, so because she did wake me up at 6. So then we went back to sleep for 3 hours, and then it was 9 o'clock. So she left my room. And then eventually I was still a little bit upset, but at this time I was upset with myself, because that's when I realized, because what she said, she was like, it's on you. And I was like, you're right, like, it is on me, because I don't remember if that's exactly what she said, but I knew, like, that's the feeling that I got, was like, it's my fault, like, this is my fault. And I was like, I was thinking to myself, like, she's right, you know, I kept myself up, I kept my daughter up. That's why my daughter was over here all like out of it. And I was like, you know what, it is my fault, whatever. So finally, my daughter and I went back to sleep. Then we woke up at around 12:50 something, and I had to change her diaper. So I'm changing her diaper, and I'm thinking to myself, why would my mom just randomly walk into my room? Like, I did not text her. I did not call out to her. I didn't do anything. Like, I never left my bed at all. I only texted her that one time at like 6 something, telling her to go to bed. And then 3 hours later, she came into my room. And I'm like, well, there's no reason for her to do that, because obviously that was 3 hours ago. I most likely went back to sleep, you know? So I'm sitting there just thinking to myself, like, was that my mom's spirit that just walked into my room and talked to me? Like, what? And I've never had that experience before in my entire life. I've never had, well, that I know of, because when I first lived with my mom, a lot of things happened to me that I just like totally forgot. It's crazy, like all this like stuff happened to me and I completely forgot it. But then I remember, I've never had a spiritual being walk into my face that I could see. I have had God walk into my room and sit on my bed, but I never turned around and looked at him. I didn't even know it was God until my mom came and told me. She was like, God was in your room and you didn't look at him or anything like that. I was like, no. But that's the only experience I can remember. So this time when this happened to me, I was just like, did my mom's spirit just like walk to my, like did I just look, like I'm looking at her, like I was wide awake too. This is not a vision, not a dream. I was wide awake, and she walked straight up into my room, just as much as, you know, you go outside and you look at somebody. And So I went to my mom and I was like, Mom, what time did you wake up? I think your spirit just came to me. And she was like, it doesn't matter what time I woke up and stuff like that. And I was like, no, like, I need to know what time you woke up because your spirit told me a time and I need to know if that was your spirit. And she told me, she said, yeah, when I woke up, she looked at the clock and it wasn't like a digital clock. It was one of those hand clocks, big hand, little hand and stuff. And she said that the big hand was just about to go over the, like, it was just about to go over the 12. Little hand is on the 4. So it was just about to be like it was about to be 4 o'clock. But think about it, it's hand, so it probably was 4 o'clock. And though she's tired, she's looking at it, and it's like, okay, it's about to be 4 o'clock, whatever. And I was like, your spirit came to me and told me this. And I told her what her spirit told me. And she was like, that sounds exactly like my spirit, because for my mom, what she said, she woke up at 4. She was trying her best to be quiet, which is what her spirit told me. She had her headphones in. She was doing everything else but worshiping at the moment. I think she like read the Bible and prayed and stuff like that, but like full-blown worshiping God. I think she waited because she knew she can like get into the spirit and get a little loud. So she purposely waited. And then she said at 9 o'clock, that's when she looked at the time, she said it was 9 o'clock, and she was like, I gotta worship the Lord, I gotta do what I gotta do. And she was upset because I was asleep. She was like, this girl, she wasn't upset, but she was like, this girl's still asleep, like, come on. So yeah, her spirit came and talked to me, and that was just amazing because I've never had that happen to me before that I can remember. Like I said, like just looking at a spirit wide awake. And seriously, like I remember she came into my room, and I can't remember her walking out, but I do remember her coming in and me just like blinking my eyes, and she was gone. And I looked over at my daughter and I was just like, okay. And I think my daughter like finally went back to sleep, but it's crazy. Yeah. God bless you. Have a nice one.